Osborne motions left.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
This defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
What? Third down, here's H.A.
Shreds the tackle, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Here's 3rd and 10.
32 Stinger.
Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
That's over the middle and caught by Aiyuk.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long effort.
And this time he is in.
Elijah Mitchell, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give up the middle to H.A. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, here's a give to H.A. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought they had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wilson changing the play. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw is Wilson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. first down. Here's Mitchell.
A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
13 yards. First down, 49ers.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Willis. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
14. Dolphins nothing.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's 3rd and 9.
All right, fellas, listen up. Hey, 21, TA.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. Look at the big fella go.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Durham Smythe, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Dolphins are back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Able to find Willis. He's got room at the 30. Still on his feet. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
All right, come on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
First down 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On second down, here's Mitchell. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side.
Touchdown! Elijah Mitchell with career touchdown number 60. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're
and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
They go play action with Wilson. Throw caught there by Willis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Here's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's second and 10.
Throwing is Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Willis. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Mitchell.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell
as the first half is winding down.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tua. He dumps it off to A-Chain. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Tua, a final shot before half. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Wilson. And he fit, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And this one's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
This pass complete to Higgins. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
At the 8-yard line.
Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the gun, it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Let's go.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 30.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Miami.
2 and now on first down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Second and 10.
Solo left Zion.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. H8 on first and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Tua sets up to pass it. This is caught. And the Dolphins are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
H8 is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Drift. Hey, long.
A-chain once more. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-chain taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
No matter who's on the field.
Now a 2nd and 10. A handoff from Mitchell running left. Runs through the contact. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 4. On the counter, Mitchell.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger.
To throw is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Dolphins 14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Watson, Oscar. Ready, set.
Tua going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Hey, 21, TA. 21G.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And caught it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watson, Oscar.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Running left, it's A-Chain. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made... And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, 15 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Mitchell here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go now. 18 rep. 18 rep. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.